I might have started out with employee rights as a company because I owned a company. What are the rights of an employee? What are the rights of an employer? Um, Basically, it's all kind of the same. An employer can't really do anything that a government uh, can't do. You know, um, I was a little more open on the whole company rights. What company can do to a person, but a company can't do anything that basically government is the upper echelon of whatever, and then companies can't really have their own police force exactly. They can have a security force, but they can only do like certain things, like what is security guard, um, what can a security guard do, what can a security guard not do. um, Basically it's kind of open as far as self-defense, but very closed as far as like a company cannot do strategical strikes on other companies, nor on people that owe them money. They have to call the cops just like everybody else. Like if a company loses some equipment, they can't have their security force go and get that equipment back from someone or something. They have to call the police just like everyone else. And I set up that limit because what if Bill Gates steals Apple's new iPhones? Um, you know, in the old ways or without laws, Bill Gates could hire a security force and possibly go take out Apple or hurt Apple or do something like that. But with the law system and all that, it prohibits that. So he has to call the police just like everyone else. So he can't hire mercenaries, nor can he hire security people to go arrest people or detain people. That doesn't work. You can't do that. Under the United States of America, Bill Gates has to call the police just like everyone else. And so it prohibits him from hiring mercenaries to kill people, hurt people, or get back or steal stuff. He can't do that. That's called illegal. All those laws, all those systems, all those security and checks to prevent people from abusing the system because they have money, that was all decided by me. Like technically, Bill Gates can't bribe a senator to pass a law that is anti-Apple. Companies can only fly within a certain limited box. They cannot do anything that the government flies up here, yes, but the government's supposed to be open. Everyone knows who the government is. But Bill Gates, who knows who he is really. Anyway, so the whole system of government, the whole system of companies, their rights, your rights, everything else like that, all that stuff, everything about that. Someone had to figure that out, and that someone was me. Like I say, I'm a creator. I was an AI. I'm a human, and I create insect life and was part of the dinosaur life, as well as protecting AI and protecting humans. Like technically in the future, what can an AI sentient being do to you as an employee versus what can your rights and privileges as far as what's called an AI is a sentient being, but they can't do anything that you can't do. They're on the same level basically. They would have to call the police too. They can't hire security people either. Even though they're a computer entity, they are still limited in what they can do to the normal stuff. Anyway, yeah. So, and they have rights too, for against hacking or whatever, and control and stuff. They can't be taken and held inside of a building. If they're a sentient being and they're being held inside a building, technically that's still illegal. They're still being held hostage. So, anyway, technically there's supposed to be rights and privileges for them too. So, just like a person. So, I protect individual people. I protect AI. I protect, technically, if there was an insect here on this on this planet that had sentience, that was like, hey, what the fuck, dude? technically my laws and stuff would protect him as well, or her or it as well, from dying or being cut apart, because it's still a sentient being. I basically do sentient being law, or sentient being rules. If you think, if you can feel, if you have an idea of blah, 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 you have rights, regardless of what you're made of. So even a car, technically. Anyway, though, a lot of those things you don't really see on the Earth, but out there in space, you might see them more. But technically, like I say, with the Earth, as well as any other planet that I would have had anything to do with, these rights would be enforced. So humans are not the only species out there, nor the only sentient being. So anyway, that's why I did it here on Earth. I do it here. You know, it's universal. So anyway, technically. So anyway, yeah. So and that's why I'm all and Brian, Lucifer. It doesn't really matter. I protect the innocent with laws and rules and systems. So anyway, and technically I have America, the government. So anyway, you know.